Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a restful break. I know it probably feels like we've been on break for a while, but it's still nice to have a little time off from schoolwork and maybe enjoy it with your family. So um, I'm going to do a quick review on scientific notation. This is going to be the last thing that I discuss before I actually post a quiz on chapter 7 for you all to complete on Friday. So let's get started. So there's two things that I have asked you guys to do with scientific notation. The first thing that I have asked you guys to do is to take a number that is not in scientific notation and to put it into scientific notation. So that's what we're going to start with. So you can see we have a number there. It's a pretty large number. It's 238,375,000. And we would like to express that number as a number in scientific notation. So the first thing that we need to do is to figure out where the decimal point needs to go. So I know it's been a while, but if you remember, the decimal point has to go after the first whole number. So we are going to place a decimal point right up. That didn't work. I apologize. Right there after the 2, but before the 3. So that needs to be 2.38. So if I would write this out, it would be 2.38375. Now, we don't need the rest of the zeros there, but what we do need to figure out is how many places that decimal moved from its original spot, which was after the zeros. It was right here. So let's see. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It moved 8 places. So we're going to go back to our number we wrote, and then we're going to write times 10, and it's going to be to the 8th power. Thing to double check, the number we started with was a very large number. Therefore, the exponent that is on the 10 is a positive number. All right, let's look at another one. The next one we're going to look at is 0.00002578. That is obviously a very small number. So once again, we need to determine where the decimal point is going to go. It's going to go after the first whole number. So it's going to go right after the 2, but before the 5. And I'm having a little trouble getting that dot to come in there. I apologize, guys. You can kind of see where it's supposed to be. Let me see if I can do a little better here. We'll do this right there. There, it's supposed to be right there. So if I were to write that out, it would be 2.578. Now we need to figure out how many places it moved. So it started on the left-hand side there, and it moved 1. Whoops, don't want to use that one, sorry. Let's use a different color. Let's use orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it moved 5 places. Therefore, when we write it, it's going to be 2.578 times 10 to the negative 5th. The reason why it's a negative 5 is the number we started with is very small. So the exponent needs to be a negative number. Okay, so the other type of practice problems on your Chapter 7 review are problems where you already have the number in scientific notation and you need to write it in standard form. And so, looking at the first one, we have 8.936 times 10 to the 6th. So if I were to take this number, I'm going to write it out, 8.936. Now this 6 right here tells us we need to move the decimal point 6 places to the right because it's a positive 6. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put the decimal point right there. And then all of these little troughs here are going to get filled in with zeros. And so what we end up with, I'm going to rewrite the number, is we end up with 8, 9, 3, 6, 0, 0, 0. And then you can go in and put your commas in, and that turns out to be 8,936,000. The last one that we're going to take a look at today is 7.921 times 10 to the negative 4 power. Now, in this example, you can see that the decimal, I'm sorry, not the decimal, the exponent is negative. Therefore, when I write out the number 7.921, the decimal point is actually going to move to the left 4 places. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I apologize that that overlapped there. But what we're going to do is fill these all in with zeros, those troughs. So when I rewrite the number, now you can see it's 0.000791. All right. And the reason why the decimal point went to the left is because the original exponent, if I erase this, you can see it, the original exponent was negative. Therefore, the decimal point goes to the left. All right, guys, I hope that made sense. I hope you guys are all doing well. And I will post a quiz for you, as I said earlier in the video, on Friday for you to complete. Take care, everyone.